Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girl.
Lil Baby just snapped on Jayda waiter after she dropped some cryptic hints confirming the very rumor he's been dodging for years, his alleged secret DL affair. What was once brushed off as messy whispers is now blowing up into loud accusations of straight-up gay-for-pay moves, and fans are eating it up with popcorn in hand. The timing couldn't be messier. The moment Jayda cracked that door just a little, Slim Thug came barging in like a wrecking ball with so-called receipts. Suddenly, Lil Baby's private life is front-page gossip, and the streets swear he can't escape this storm no matter how hard he tries.
What do you think of the James Harden memes?
Like what? Like I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even when I see certain it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say it.
See the comedy.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying? See how that goes.
If you missed it, Slim Thug recently let something slip that turned into a full-on explosion. He didn't tiptoe, he didn't hint, he flat out called Lil Baby a sugar baby in front of everybody. That one line alone had people spinning, questioning everything they thought they knew about the rapper.
We ain't going for it. We stand in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
Now here's the wildest part. Slim Thug didn't even bother entertaining the DL whispers like the rest of the crowd. Nah, he went straight for the jugular. He threw a bombshell claiming Lil Baby isn't the man people think he is and linking it all back to a so-called secret connection with music mogul Michael Rubin. You can literally spot the exact second Slim Thug let that bomb fly about Lil Baby, and the wild part is, he didn't even flinch. Accident or not, the smirk on his face said it all. He looked way too satisfied, like he'd been waiting years to finally air it out. Naturally, Lil Baby wasn't about to sit there quiet. Lately, he's been in full meltdown mode, snapping at anybody who dares mention his name, ranting about folks not staying in their lane, and making it crystal clear that if he ever crosses paths with Slim Thug, it's not ending with just words. The threat in his tone had people wondering if this beef is about to get ugly. Real ugly.
Don't be making fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
What up, Mike? Get up off me, dog.
But here's the question everybody's whispering now. Has Lil Baby been faking his whole tough guy street persona from the jump? If what Slim Thug is claiming holds weight, then Michael Rubin could be the shadowy hand behind Lil Baby's rise. And suddenly, those sugar daddy allegations folks laughed off for years don't sound so far-fetched anymore. Everybody knows Lil Baby usually plays it cool when the internet starts buzzing. He's the type to brush off gossip and keep it moving. But Slim's video, that one cut deep. The second it hit the timeline, it was like his worst fears just got dragged straight into daylight. No filter, no cover. And from the way he reacted, you could tell he lost it. Bad. If the saying, "a hit dog hollers" is true, then Baby's bark made it sound like Slim touched a nerve he couldn't hide. It didn't take long before Lil Baby jumped on his IG stories trying to clap back with a cryptic warning. He posted, "Those love talking until it gets real." Then what? The tone was sharp, the message was heavy. But then, just like that, he deleted it minutes later, acting like it never happened. Of course, by then the blogs and gossip pages already had screenshots in their hands, blasting it all over socials like wildfire.
Look how they got y'all dressing. Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girls. You is all the way girls, man. Following y'all favorite rappers. D-Ray Davis, my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man, that shit wasn't the flu in my era. I'ma just say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put your towel tee on or something, man. Before y'all be doing all this other, y'all turning all the way to girls. What the like, even the girls know it. The girls look at y'all like girls. It's weird, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. It's crazy.
Now here's the twist. He never said Slim's name outright, but he didn't need to. The timing lined up too perfectly, and people put two and two together instantly. Every finger pointed straight at Slim Thug, and once that connection was made, fans went full detective mode. They were crawling through Slim's feed, Lil Baby's feed, old videos, random comments, hunting for shade, looking for patterns, searching for the hidden clues. That's when the puzzle started to snap into place. Slim hadn't just come out swinging out of nowhere, he'd been throwing slick shots for a minute. And now, for the first time, Lil Baby was showing cracks in his armor, letting the world see he had finally had enough.
So what's the reason why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any?
That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no thug. You feel me? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I want. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn. Everybody like this now, nigga.
So, why did Slim Thug even call out Lil Baby in the first place? Turns out this whole firestorm traces back to one performance not too long ago that set the internet on fire. Lil Baby hit the stage in an outfit that had folks' jaws dropping, rocking a tiny tank top, short shorts, and a pink belt that made sure his thighs were front and center. It wasn't just hoochie daddy shorts, it was a full statement fit, whether he meant it that way or not. For Slim, that was the final straw. The way he saw it, this wasn't just fashion, it was confirmation. To him, Lil Baby was leaning straight into that sugar baby role for men with power and money, like Michael Rubin. The performance clip spread like wildfire, and instantly the internet exploded. Memes, jokes, speculation, it was everywhere.
Even the whole Mike Rubin thing.
I was just gonna say.
Like,
I was just about to say.
bruh, I don't play with period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm no funny weird. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up. And Mike's happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there, we start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your in your neck. I'll break your neck in his. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in a party.
Right.
People weren't just clowning the outfit, though. They went further, dissecting every little move, down to his walk. Comment sections filled with fans saying things like, he moving different, and others flat out claiming Lil Baby was giving off the exact energy Slim had been hinting at all along. And that's all Slim needed to really let loose. The moment that stage clip of Lil Baby's outfit went viral, Slim jumped online and started unloading, saying this right here is exactly what's wrong with hip-hop today. The look on his face said it all. Tight lips, furrowed brows, pure disgust written all over. You could practically feel the frustration dripping off him through the screen, like he was fed up watching the culture shift in front of his eyes. He didn't hold back either.
When that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera in his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Right.
you feel me?
Slim went straight at Lil Baby, flat out clowning him, calling him a girl for rocking that kind of fit, and making it clear he thought the rapper was playing the wrong role out here. The shade wasn't subtle, it was sharp, heavy, and personal. But Slim didn't stop with Baby. Oh no, he spread the flames wider. He dragged young Jock into the fire too, bringing up that crop sweater moment where Jock showed off his midriff during a performance. Slim threw him in the same category, blasting both of them as examples of how the game has lost its edge.
When somebody show you who they are, believe the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
Yeah, crop tops ain't for everybody, but Slim made it crystal clear. This wasn't just about clothes. To him, every little detail was evidence, proof that Lil Baby had been hiding a much bigger truth all along. He wasn't critiquing fashion, he was building a case. And while Slim was sounding off, fans were running their own investigations. The internet detectives wasted no time, and the next thing they dug up had people gasping. Suddenly, Slim didn't look like he was reaching. He looked like he might have been on point all along. Folks pulled up that one photo, the infamous shot of Michael Rubin and Lil Baby where the two looked practically glued together. The smiles, the body language, the way they were leaned in, it stopped looking like just another group pic and started feeling like a low-key soft launch in public.
With Lil Baby's,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
he gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby has slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it. You know, you got a lot of people that's just a setup situation. But it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing me. Like it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
At first, nobody paid it much mind. People shrugged it off as just another industry flick. But now, with Slim's accusations circling heavy, the photo hit different. It suddenly looked like the puzzle piece that made everything click. And right on cue, 50 Cent jumped into the chaos. He reposted the picture with a caption that basically screamed, "What the F is going on here?" That one move alone had the internet spiraling. Within hours, timelines were flooded. Memes, theories, old rumors, and receipts fans had been keeping in the vault until now. Claims started flying that Michael Rubin and Lil Baby's bond didn't just stay locked inside music studios, it allegedly spilled over into something way more personal. Suddenly, that one single picture of them together got promoted to Exhibit A, and from that moment on, every selfie, every group shot, every flick with Rubin wasn't just another photo, it was treated like possible evidence. Fans were convinced they had cracked the code, and now every frame looked suspicious under a whole new light. But before we start unpacking all these so-called receipts, we gotta break down exactly who this alleged sugar daddy really is. Because Michael Rubin, he ain't no background character in the music game. He's a powerhouse, a mover and shaker with enough pull to make or break a career overnight. Most people know him as a music executive who's always standing close to the stars, but his name doesn't just float in boardrooms, it pops up in some of the industry's shadiest, most exclusive circles. The kind where influence is traded like currency and access is worth more than gold. And here's where it gets even stickier. Rubin has been linked to those infamous all-white parties. Yeah, the same kind of legendary, no phones allowed gatherings Diddy has been notorious for hosting. That connection alone had people raising eyebrows because if you know anything about those circles, then you already know they're not just about champagne toasts and photo ops. To many, Rubin's influence runs deep, and if he's tied this closely to Lil Baby, then suddenly Slim's accusations stop looking like jokes and start sounding like cold, hard possibility. Lately, the whispers have narrowed in on one focus, Michael Rubin's closeness with Lil Baby. Whether it's those cozy snapshots, the infamous all-white mansion parties, private jet trips, or courtside seats at NBA games, Rubin is always there. Sometimes lurking in the background, other times sitting right beside Baby in plain sight. But either way, he's always present, like a shadow draped over every move the rapper makes. And it doesn't just end with luxury perks and billionaire connections. A lot of fans are convinced Rubin has been quietly reshaping Lil Baby's image, piece by piece. They point to the subtle but strange shifts in how Baby's been carrying himself these past few months. The style changes, the new attitude, the way he's moving in public. It all feels too polished, too intentional. To the internet, it's giving Rubin's influence, not Baby's instincts. This is why Slim Thug's allegations hit the timeline like a bomb, because according to him, all these little clues aren't random. They're the mask slipping. He swears it proves Rubin is the real hand pulling the strings in Baby's career, and fans started replaying everything with fresh eyes. And while Slim went off about Baby's tiny stage shorts, fans caught something else in that same performance clip that sent the gossip pages spinning. They zoomed in and noticed the massive new tattoos running down each of Baby's thighs. Bold ink that reads, "90s Baby." Normally, a tattoo like that wouldn't even raise eyebrows. Rappers get inked up every other week. But when Lil Baby showed off those new thigh tattoos, alarms went off instantly. Why? Because for years he built his whole image around being the one rapper with no tattoos at all. He even explained it in interviews, saying he avoided ink because it could make him look ghetto and might hurt his image once he stepped past rap and into bigger business ventures. That was his thing. Clean skin, no ink. So why would someone so firm on that stance suddenly flip the script? Not only did he tattoo 90s Baby across both thighs, but he also added another piece running down his left leg that reads CBFW. For fans, the contradiction was too loud to ignore. The second that clip started circulating, the internet turned into detectives again. Screenshots, close-ups, memes, it was everywhere. And the theories, they spiraled out of control. People were calling the tattoos some kind of branding, a literal mark that tied him to Michael Rubin as his boy toy, allegedly. Suddenly, it wasn't just about body art anymore. It became a symbol, a clue, and maybe even proof for the conspiracy-hungry fans. At that point, Lil Baby realized staying quiet wasn't going to cut it. The whispers were too loud and his silence was making it worse. So he finally tried to get ahead of the mess, jumping in to shut the rumors down. But instead of cooling the fire, his words poured gasoline on it, because now people weren't just talking about the tattoos anymore. They were digging deeper, pulling receipts about his love life. And what they uncovered made the tattoos look like child's play. First, Baby tried to brush off the Ruben talk completely, even downplaying that viral photo of them together. He claimed there was nothing shady about it, saying it was just a little play wrestling moment that happened to get caught on camera. Lil Baby tried to double down on Lil Yachty's podcast, claiming he had security footage that would clear his name once and for all. But here's the kicker, he never released it. And online, that move backfired instantly. Because to the internet, bragging about receipts without ever showing them might as well be the same thing as admitting guilt. Fans were quick to say, if you had the proof, we'd have seen it by now. And just when it looked like things couldn't get messier, his own baby mama, Jayda stepped into the chaos and dropped a bombshell. She revealed the real reason she left Lil Baby, saying she had tried to hold the relationship together, but finally walked away after he showed her his true colors. She didn't spill all the details, but the way she phrased it gave people more than enough ammo to connect the dots. And the internet didn't hesitate. Her words sparked a whole new wave of speculation. The true colors she was hinting at? According to fans, it wasn't about him cheating with other women. It was about his alleged ties to Michael Rubin. And that one word, allegedly, was enough to keep the blogs buzzing nonstop. But y'all, it got even wilder from there. The whispers only grew louder when Instagram model Teresa Levy sat down for a podcast and casually described a one-night encounter she once had with Lil Baby. According to her, the way he moved during their hookup left her convinced he might not be all the way straight. She hinted that his vibe leaned more toward the bi side, and that confession sent shockwaves through the fan base. Jayda didn't even have to spell it out. Her little hints were enough to ignite another wildfire of conversation. But what came next is what really pushed the sugar daddy whispers into full-blown suspicion. Because here's where things get real tricky. People had always raised eyebrows at Mike Rubin's role in Lil Baby's life. But what tipped fans over the edge was Lil Baby's own confession about gambling. Yes, you heard that right. He admitted to blowing over $9 million in just 2 days on a wild gambling binge. The internet was stunned. That kind of loss doesn't just make headlines, it makes people ask serious questions about who's really backing your lifestyle. And when it looked like Baby was spiraling out of control, guess who swooped in to clean up the mess? Mike Rubin. According to Lil Baby himself, Rubin personally called up casinos and had him banned so he couldn't place bets anymore. On the surface, it came across like a caring friend stepping up, protecting him from himself. But once all the other receipts started floating around, people weren't buying the concerned buddy angle anymore. Instead, it looked way more like a boss protecting his investment, making sure Lil Baby didn't blow the image Rubin had allegedly built around him. Fans immediately started drawing comparisons to the notorious Clive Davis dynamic, where power, money, and influence blurred personal lines. And if you know, you know, because that whole gambling situation spiraled out of control, and now you see exactly why people believe Lil Baby might be walking down the same dangerous road others in the industry already crashed on. But here's the million-dollar question. Who's really pulling the strings here? Meanwhile, Slim Thug is showing no signs of slowing down. He's still on social media, tossing subs left and right, reposting old clips, and practically daring Lil Baby to call him out by name. Slim's got that little beard shaking with energy every time he speaks, and fans swear he's enjoying every second of this smoke. But Lil Baby, that's where the confusion lies. After all the threats, all the cryptic IG posts, and all the talk, he's gone quiet, vanished. And in this game, silence doesn't mean peace. It usually means one of two things. Either you're plotting a major play behind the scenes, or you've completely run out of moves and realized the cat is already out of the bag. Now the big question on everybody's lips is this. Is Lil Baby staying quiet to protect his brand, or is he really protecting Michael Rubin? Because if Slim Thug manages to drop even one more bombshell, this whole mess could go from whispers to a career-ending scandal overnight. So tell me what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with your people. And I'll see you on the next one.